And welcome back to American Graduate Day on Detroit Public TV. I'm Fred Nahat. You know, what happens in the classroom is important, but activities after school can also help kids be successful long term. One organization that is a great example of this is Racquet Up in Northwest Detroit. Racquet Up uses the sport of squash in combination with academic tutoring, community service, and mentoring to make a difference in the lives of Detroit youth.
And I've got pictures and video of you all from when you were in 5th grade that you are gonna love. Racquet Up Detroit is an out-of-school youth development program that uses the sport of squash as a way of engaging kids. We teach the sport as an entry point into their lives.
Rack it up, Darian. Good.
They are committing to 3 days a week, about 3 hours each of those days. They'll spend about half their time in the classroom working on homework and inside our literacy program.
Grab the book that you selected from the library. You can grab a bean bag and find somewhere to read, or you can sit in a circle.
And they'll spend about half their time on the squash court.
Rack it up!
Those hours here, not only do they help me with school or squash, but it's like something new every day once you walk in through those doors.
We had a notion early on that being community-based, focused in a small set of neighborhoods, tied to neighborhood schools, would reinforce what we were trying to do, which is we were ultimately trying to build community.
So we'll probably get started in like 2 or 3 more minutes.
It's not just about the squash and the game. It's about the education and showing the kids something different. Community
service projects, book club, anthology work. So that's a little bit of what we're doing today in the classroom.
In the 5th grade when I came, I started off with a low GPA, so a 2.5. But as the years went by, it went up, so it went up to a 3.0, and then eventually, at the end of my last year, which was 8th grade in middle school, I graduated with a 4.0.
We're going to start off with our warm-up.
Because the program is not just one thing, it's holistic, to be able to see students mature and make good choices, maybe that they wouldn't have made a year ago, to see them take on leadership roles within the program, when maybe they were shy or unsure of themselves initially. So you ready for tomorrow, Chicago?
Yeah, I'm ready.
You did hear that all of you are in, right?
Yeah.
You came off the wait list.
Well, now we did.
Yeah.
Wait,
so everybody came off the wait list. What's it like to be coaching your brother when he's in a group of other kids?
My role model was Mr. Derrick when I was little, so I said, okay, I wanted to do this because I want to be like Mr. Derrick when I grow up.
I'm part of something very inspiring. I know that I'm going to get to see people that I really love, whether it's our staff or our volunteers, and certainly our kids. Your sister Armani is heading off to Chicago this weekend. How do you think she's going to do?
Mr. Derrick is kind of like family to me and a second father because he helped me become a great squash player and he educated me in academics.
Forehand grip, forehand grip. Pretend you're shaking hands with your racket.
My being in their lives is important, that it matters. Knowing that I'm also giving other people that opportunity to have meaning and purpose, I wouldn't trade it. I couldn't imagine doing something else.
Another organization making strides in academics through physical fitness is the Downtown Boxing Gym Youth Program. Here's a look at how Coach Khali is inspiring youth in his neighborhood.
You tell a guy, I'm about to go to an academic program, and they can make fun of you. You know, you just left school, why are you going to an academic program? But if you say I'm going boxing, nobody making fun of you. They want to come along with you. So it's the program that uses boxing as the hook to get the kids in the door because it's books before boxing. It's my rules and they stand. My name is Coach Khali. I grew up on Detroit's east side. I'm the founder of the Downtown Boxing Youth Program. But when I talk to the kids, I talk to them in a language that they understand. I'm not some scholar standing up here talking to you. I'm not some guy with a Harvard degree. I mean, not to say that that's bad. I'm a guy who really lived through it. I'm a guy who been shot. I'm a guy who's seen his friends get killed right next to him. I'm teaching you how to box, but at the same time, I'm telling you, like, you know, this is not the way to go. Or I start hearing their problems and we had a chance to talk about stuff and elaborate on stuff. There's over 400 kids on the waiting list, but there's no waiting list for the streets. I mean, it's easy to get into. You just go right in there. I want to make sure that I'm here every chance that I get. I mean, I don't take too many breaks. I'm here at 5 o'clock in the morning. I go home 10 o'clock at night sometimes. So I just want to be consistent in their lives, because the moment that you take your eyes off the prize, that's when the streets creep in. And that good kid can be swept right from under you.
The Downtown Boxing Gym and Racquet Up are just two examples of unique programs available to support students in our region. The mentors at these organizations show kids what success looks like and motivate them to do their best. On American Graduate Day, we're asking our audience to commit to becoming an American Graduate Champion. One simple way to do that is by mentoring a young person. Go to myamericangraduate.org and find out how you can get involved. Please stay tuned. There's more American Graduate Day to come right here on Detroit Public TV.
You're watching American Graduate Day on WTVS, Detroit Public Television.